This video, I'm walking you through one of the most popular two-story plans built by Coventry Homes. Now, this is the Schertz plan, and this specific model home is for sale. You can also build this plan in so many communities across the Austin metro area. So later on in the video, I'm going to show you what pricing looks like here in Round Rock, Texas, compared to other suburbs of Austin that you can build this plan in, like Leander, Liberty Hill, Georgetown, Kyle, Texas. So many different communities we can build this plan in. As you can tell, what buyers say they love about this plan are the 19-foot tall ceilings when you first walk in. Those same ceilings are here in the living room, and there are so many great design upgrades that are shown in this model home for sale in this community called Sauls Ranch. Now, we're going to talk about Sauls Ranch later on in the video. First, I want to show you the ceiling height that's here and some of the design upgrades that are in this living room, and then we're going to start right in the kitchen. Now, let me introduce myself. My name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders, including Coventry Homes, many times over. So I'm going to give you the perspective of walking these homes with dozens and dozens of clients, and that starts right here in the kitchen. What I hear from clients of what they say they love about kitchens like this, it starts with those waterfall kitchen countertops on the island. And I love this green accent that they have on that kitchen island. It just provides a bit of a contrast here in the kitchen and makes that kitchen island really the focal point. Also notice some of the fake plants that are around here that just complement that green that's on the kitchen island. And I think that's a really cool design element that you could do there. And you could also do real plants. This is a home that nobody's living in right now. It's just staged as a model home, but I can appreciate that design that they put in here. Now, anytime you have a kitchen countertop with a lot of movement, you have a kitchen island grabbing a lot of the attention in the kitchen, I think it's important to use the other elements in the kitchen to complement that kitchen countertop. For example, look at this kitchen backsplash. They kept the tile simple, but they just put it in a herringbone pattern just to provide a fun design pattern for that backsplash. And I thought that was smart because it plays off the movement in this kitchen countertop so well. What also plays off of the countertop is this single basin apron sink. And then I love the design that's there in the living room, that light fixture, so many great design features in here. But here's what I find so many clients tell me they love about this area is they come out to this main living area. There are so many windows off the back walls. Your eyes just go right out to that back patio and that backyard that we're going to get to in a couple minutes. And then your eyes go left to right because of all the design upgrades that are in here. So many great upgrades in the kitchen that we just covered. And then that accent wall in the living room that we're going to get back to. It just forces your eyes to go everywhere when you get to this living room, and it makes this space feel so big. Speaking of a space that feels big, this is the pantry area. Take a look at all the cabinetry that's here, and it swings into the pantry that would be a little bit more of a traditional pantry with just shelves there. This space is so large. Keep in mind, we're in the low 3,000s for square footage, and most builders are not providing anywhere near that pantry space at this square footage. In fact, I just had one of my clients close with Coventry Homes, and when somebody went to their pantry space that also had like a butler's pantry area, they called it a second study. And they laughed and they said, that's not a second study. That's just our pantry where we're going to be storing food, maybe using as like a small desk area. But their pantry space was so big. And I think Coventry Homes has been doing that really well because they've been listening to buyers of what they want in their home. And that's definitely one of them. What also buyers want in their home are living rooms that open up like this. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from somebody who says, we spend a lot of time in our living room, kitchen, dining area, like that main living area. That's where the bulk of our time is spent in our home. We want that area to feel large. And I think Coventry did a great job just in the design features in that living room, but also just the tall ceilings, the windows everywhere. I think that continues here in the primary bedroom and primary bathroom that we're about to see. Love the accent wall behind the bed. And keep in mind, there's still a lot to see here. Upstairs, we're going to see a game room and a media room. Downstairs, we're in the primary bedroom, but this plan also has a second spare bedroom downstairs and a study and a 3-car tandem garage. And I'm going to walk you through some of the structural upgrades that are shown in this home and explain to you what that means later on as well. Now, one of those structural upgrades is right here in the primary bathroom where they did a separate tub and shower. Usually there would just be a walk-in shower here, but there is an upgrade to put the tub there, and then there are various upgrades for the kind of tub that you want there. Now, I'm just basing this off of what I'm seeing on Coventry's website at the time I'm recording this video. These things do change over time, but I've found Coventry does offer usually great options within their plans, so you can make these homes really fit exactly what you're looking for. You can also do really cool accent walls like that in the bathroom. I actually had a client close on the Wichita plan with Coventry, and they did this really cool accent wall. And then I did a video of their home, posted on YouTube, and then one of my clients was designing the Willis plan with Coventry Homes. They just closed recently. I'm also going to post a video of their home in the next week or two. And then they did a really cool, fun accent wall because they were inspired from my past clients. So it's really cool seeing that, and it's kind of fun hearing those stories because a lot of my clients are watching these videos, making design upgrade choices, and then to see those design upgrades come to life, it's such a cool feeling seeing that and then hearing from my clients, hearing how they got inspired, and that's always fun. Now, I just realized a couple things. I didn't mention the square footage of the home, so I should say this home that is for sale has an approximate square footage shown on the MLS of 3,185. So 3,185. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and there are different structural upgrades, again, that are shown in the home, some that they decided not to do. One of those that they did do is that working kitchen. So usually there wouldn't be like cabinetry and countertops in that pantry area that I showed before. Usually there wouldn't be a door that goes to the utility room where you'd have your washer and dryer, but that's one of the upgrades that you can do so you don't have to lug your laundry throughout your home. I always say that that's always a good one because every time you lift up that laundry basket and walk through your home, I promise you'll be thinking of that door that you could have put in. Now, I did have one of my clients with Coventry not do that because they really valued space in their primary closet. And you are right. If you get the door there, it does take away space from more shelves. So pros and cons to every single upgrade that you see here, and that's definitely going to be one of those. Now we're going to head outside, and I want to show you the back patio and also one of the lots that you can build with Coventry here in Sauls Ranch. While we head back out there, quick highlight, the dining room here has great windows across both walls, even transom windows off one side that are a little bit higher than usual just because they want to give you privacy to your neighbors that are usually next to you. And then speaking of privacy, I think you get that here in the patio area, other than if you're backing up to neighbors. Now that fence line does cover the neighbors behind you. This can be different with every single lot. Sometimes your neighbors are above you, sometimes they're below you, and every lot's different. And this is where getting into the details really matter. Now, the reason why people come out to this area of Round Rock is because of the location. It's close by to neighboring highways, so it gets you quick access to go south from here to get to areas like the Domain, which has emerged as Austin's second downtown area, and then even getting to downtown. In fact, I have a client that closed close by to this, and they travel a lot. They're in medicine, they go to hospitals across the United States, so they're constantly flying almost every single week. And the problem they had was they looked at areas around the airport and nothing clicked with their number one priority, which was schools for their kids, activities, amenities for their kids, a good neighborhood, and they just couldn't find anything in those areas. But that's why they came out here. They realized even though this is northwest part of Austin's metro area and the airport's in southwest, they realized if they're close into the highways, that can get them anywhere they want to go. And that's why a lot of people come out to this area and are willing to pay a premium due to the location, even though there's a lack of new construction options. There's also great lots just like this one. Now, this is a good look at one of the lots that's with Coventry Homes. Now, some of these lots are turning into inventory homes where Coventry's deciding the upgrades and the floor plan, but some of these you can still build from scratch. And so as you can tell, even here in West Round Rock, where we're limited with new construction options, we still have great lots backing up to greenery right here in West Round Rock. Back to the video. Now we're going to cover the rest of the first floor here, but I can't wait to get upstairs to that second floor where you can see that media room upgrade that they did in the model home, because I think so many buyers in this current market love that game room, media room upgrade. And I find a lot of clients tell me they love those different upgrades that Coventry offers, but they like having a lot of square footage on their first floor that gets them the rooms that they really need on their first floor. And this plan is a great example of that. Even at square footage in the low 3,000s, it was approximately 3,185 as shown on the MLS. We have 2 bedrooms downstairs, a study downstairs, and a 3-car tandem garage, and 19-foot tall ceilings when you first walk in and in the living room. And so many of my clients tell me they love that combination of these rooms that they need, high ceilings, and then the small things also matter, like storage space like that underneath the stairwell. Saw a coat closet there previously, and then the 3-car tandem garage is big. So many of my clients tell me they have 2 cars, and then they have bikes, then they need places for storage, and having that tandem garage space in their garage is so important. And that's why I end up touring a lot of homes with Coventry. Don't get me wrong, I am unbiased, meaning I can tell you all the pros and cons of all the different builders that I've been working with, but I don't work for Coventry. I work for clients, and I tell people what the best options are based on their criteria. And a lot of people call me, they say they're in tech, they're moving here from out of state, and they need to have 2 bedrooms down and a study down, and they want an open concept home. And that's why we end up touring homes like this. And so many of my clients contract on other plans, like I have the Gallatin plan under contract. I've done a Dumont plan previously that's similar to this Schertz plan. I just had a Haskell plan closed last week, and I have another Haskell plan that just started construction. And some of these plans are not model homes anywhere. And that's why I end up doing these tours, because I want to experience these plans and force myself to talk through the entirety of it so that I memorize these floor plans. For example, one of my clients with the Haskell plan, they really wanted a kitchen that had a lot of cabinetry that looked large, that went all the way down, and that had a very large living room. And that's the Haskell plan. That's why we landed there. It kind of hit exactly what they were looking for. And then so many of my clients want these 2 bedrooms down, study down with a 3-car garage. And that's where, with the Wichita plan, the Willis plan, the Dumont, the Gallatin, the Schertz plan that we're in, so many of these plans have what buyers are looking for. And that's why I end up touring a lot of these plans. That's also why I'm in this community called Sauls Ranch. Now, Sauls Ranch is located in Round Rock, Texas, and Round Rock is located just north of Austin, Texas. Now, this is West Round Rock, and if you look around at the time I'm recording this video, there isn't a whole lot of new construction, and that's both good and bad. It's good because you don't want to be around a lot of new construction. For some buyers that tell me they want to be a little bit more in an established area, then they want to look at areas like this. The con is when you don't have as much competition with builders, that's going to be reflective in the pricing. For example, just yesterday, I toured a home that was down the street from here. It was an older home, 2007, over 4,000 square feet, and that had multiple offers on the home with only being 2 days on market. And all offers now are due on Monday, so it just had one weekend, multiple offers, 1.2 million. Now it's over 4,000 square feet, but still, that's the level of competition in areas like this where there just isn't as much supply as other areas that are north of here. Now I'm going to give you some examples in a few minutes, but I want to cover this part because this is what so many of my clients tell me they love about homes with Coventry and this specific Schertz plan. They get to the top of the stairwell and it just opens up into the living room that has all those windows of the back wall. And then on this side of the second floor, you have this wide open game room area. They didn't put a TV there, but I've had so many clients put a TV there and put a huge couch in that game room area. Now, I think Coventry designed this home to have kind of like that as a play area, and that's because they did the media room upgrade. So this does add square footage to the plan. You see speakers in the ceilings. There's so many things that you could do here. What I would do is I would put a couch actually on that right wall and then put a TV on the other wall. I've seen some model homes do that. I think when you do it this way, the seating's a little bit more awkward, but I think they just wanted to keep it open because, again, nobody's really living here and watching a movie in that media room. So it's more about like walkability and keeping the space open. Now, this also feels so open. Take a look at the space above the front door. It's got that open shelf, so it just draws your eyes upward if you have a fake plant or a vase up there. And there's so many different parts of this plan that feel so open. Now, going back to what I was talking about of where you can build this plan, In this area, again, there just isn't a whole lot of new construction in West Round Rock. And because we're pretty close into a lot of the different amenities people want to be around, this area has become very competitive. For example, I was just walking a resale home, so it wasn't brand new, but it was very close by, like 5 minutes away from this community, and it was listed at $1.2 million. It was over 4,000 square feet, and that home had multiple offers 2 days on market. And all offers were due on the following Monday, so pretty much just on market for really one weekend, and then multiple offers. Now, not all homes are like that. There's also a home 5 minutes away from here too, that's same square footage, same year built as that home I was just mentioning with multiple offers, but this home has been on market for 87 days. So there are differences between homes, and sometimes you have to walk them to understand what those details look like. But some homes are selling fast, some are overpriced sitting on market, and the details will really tell you why. But my point in sharing that with you is there just isn't a whole lot of supply in this area, especially around new construction. Whereas if you go north of here, I have a client that's under contract on the Gallatin plan, which is very similar to the Schertz plan that we're walking. And that neighborhood has 10,000 homes that they're planning to build over time. I think they're about 30% of the way there. And that neighborhood has multiple elementary schools on site, has multiple amenity centers. It's very livable. There's a lot of activities, but it is much further up north than here, like 25 minutes north of this neighborhood that we're in. Now, that area has a lot more competition with new construction, so obviously the prices are much better in that area. But I find a lot of clients want to live in this area if they want to be closer in to some of the things that people want to be around, like the Domain, or closer to downtown, or closer to some of the employers that have come to North Austin. Now, I have an idea of what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, I have an idea of where I can build this plan. I understand that some of the suburbs are closer in than others, so the pricing is going to be a little bit more. But what does that pricing look like for this plan or similar plans built by Coventry? Let me show you how to get it right here. Now, what did you think of the Schertz plan built by Coventry Homes? Now, if you want to understand what pricing looks like, I have two ways to get that to you. First is going to be my website at the top of the description in this video that will show you all homes for sale across the Austin metro. The second way is a video that I'm going to post right here where I talk about pricing. Now, if I put pricing in this video, I have to take down this home tour when that pricing becomes obsolete. So that's why I have pricing right here. So click there for pricing on the Schertz plan and other Coventry homes across the Austin metro area. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.